Hey, everyone! Today, we'll talk about error handling in JavaScript. An error is a problem that occurs during the execution of a program. It can prevent the program from running correctly. Try is a block of code where you suspect an error might occur. It allows you to test a block of code for errors without the entire program crashing. Catch is a block of code that is executed when an error occurs in the try block. Finally is a block of code that is always executed, regardless of whether an error occurred in the try block or not. For instance, if I use console.log to display a message, you can write any text you like, such as start, in my example. Add another console log, and this time I want it to show end. After saving the program, it will display both start and end. However, if I try to console.log something that hasn't been defined in our program, like printing the result variable, an error occurs. It says result is not defined, and we get an uncaught reference error. This error can crash the entire program. To avoid this issue, we can use a try-catch statement. First, place the existing code inside a try block. Change the messages in the console.log, for example, to start of try part. Additionally, modify the last console message. Along with the try block, include a catch block to handle errors. However, the catch block comes with a single parameter, and you can use any name for it. In my example, I'm using error as the parameter. Inside the catch block, you can write code to handle the error. I'll use the console log to display an error message like an error occurred, followed by the specific error details stored in the error parameter. So, first, it shows the message we wrote, an error occurred. Then, it specifies the type of error, like reference error, and finally, it provides the actual error details, such as result is not defined. Here's what's happening. In the try block, the program executes the first line and moves on to the second one. In the second line, it encounters an error because the result variable is not defined. It then exits the try block and executes the catch block to handle the error. If I write message along with the error, it will only show the main error message, like result is not defined. If you want to make the error highlight, you can use the error with the console. When you do this and save the program, the error will be highlighted in red for better visibility. To move further, let's clear this code. Let me give you another simple example. I want to make a program that requests a number from the user and then returns the square of that number. If the user doesn't enter a number, the program will display an error message. First, let's create a variable called userInput. To get a value from the user, you can use the window.prompt function. Inside the parentheses, write a message that will be shown on the prompt, like enter a number. After that, we'll convert the entered value into a number by wrapping the entire line in the number method. Now, let's use a try statement. Inside this block, use the console log to display the message squared. This will show the double value of user input. User input multiplies with user input. Following that, we need a catch statement with the parameter error. Use the console log to print the text error, followed by the error objects message. This catch block will execute if any error occurs in the try block. After the catch statement, we need a finally block. Within the finally block, write a message in the console.log. The message will be like, this will always be executed. This finally block will always execute, whether an error occurs in the try block or not. If I save this program, when I enter any number, it works perfectly and displays the square of that number. However, if I enter any letter, it shows NaN. So, let's fix this issue. In the try block, we want to handle the situation when someone enters an alphabet. The program should display an error saying not a valid number. To do this, we can use an if statement with a condition. If user input is not a number, we can use the isNaN function to check the user input is not a number. User input is not a number. If it's true, we will throw a custom error that we can modify ourselves. Write the keyword throw, then new, and then error. In the parentheses, write the error message of your choice, which will be something like not a valid number. So, when I enter any alphabet, we'll get the message not a valid number. You can manage errors in your program without making the whole program crash. Use 3 helpful statements: try, catch, and finally. They're like tools that help you deal with errors smoothly. If you find it helpful, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell for updates on future videos.